Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, I have discussed about how to working with the forget password and then how to reset that password, right? I hope it's very much clear to you. Now in this video, I want to discuss about if you want to verify your email. How can actually verify it? It's very much easy. Simply go to our project. Into the project, if you go to our web.php, here that is by default they are using one of the middleware as auth middleware, right? If you want to access that dashboard, by default that is one of the middleware as auth. And when you install that breeze is also created another middleware. If you go to that middleware and if you go to that kernel.php, into the kernel.php, there is also another file as a verified file. Okay, so that is one of the verified. So into this verified area, it's generated on the middleware that is ensure email is verified. With by this it will be check it. So first of all we have to declare that middleware as a verified middleware. I copy it. Now in our web.php and there is a auth. After that auth, I want to add another one as a verified. And then we have to update our model. If you go to that model, and that is our user model, and into the user model by default that is one of the auth as a must verify email. Okay, so that you can see there is a must verify one of the email, and that is the must verify email. Here we have to add it, we have to implement it in our extended authenticable. After that extended authenticable, here you have to add that as the implement. Okay, that will be the implements. Okay, implements, and into this implements area here you have to add that as a must verified email. And also by default that will be loaded as a must verified email. That means everything is work perfect. And also by default that will be in here as a must verified email, which is totally fine. Here only you have to implement that must verified email. So friend, that's all. Okay, that's all you have to do. Simply add that middleware, and then here we have to add implements our must verified email in our user table. Okay, that is in our user model. Now I want to click as a save all. Okay, I click as a save all, and now if you want to create another new user, like I want to register another new user, okay, so then everything will be more clear. I click as a register. So right now in our database, right now we don't need this. Okay, I close it. And now in our database, all that our field should be as a verified, that is email verified. Okay, like I show you, first of all I have to create on the new user, and I just name it as a Kazi, and I name it as a kazi@gmail.com, mail.com, and put that Udemy 12345 and Udemy 12345. Okay, now if you click as a register, now you can see it's now display our another part as a thank you for sign up. Before getting started, could you verify your email address? Right here it's actually suggested to verify that email address, and that is also one of the view file. That view file is loaded from our which page? There is a view verified email. If you I show you, if you go to that resources and then the view, and in our auth you can see there is a verified email, and that is actually the message. So if you want to change that message, you can change it as per your demand. Okay, so that is actually message view page is loaded. So right now it's totally fine. It's totally fine. I want to reset it, like there is a reset verification email. I send it as a reset verification email. Now that will be sent one of the email in our inbox. So I have already configured our email. You can see it's now show as a verified, new verified link has been sent to the email address. Okay, so now if you go to our email, now that should be new one. Okay, you can see there is actually two. So right now you take that our last one. So that is our verified email. So now if you select it as a verified email, now one of the part that is email verified will be executed. Yes, you can see right now you are successfully logging by the Kazi, and that is email address as a kazi@gmail.com, and also that is updated as a Kazi. Now if you go to our database, now I refresh it. Now that should be our another new table. Yes, now you can see there is a new user as a kazi@gmail.com, and you can see this email is verified, right? So this email is verified now for our that user, that is I have already created before as a user. So now if you also logging with this user, now I click as a logout. Okay, I click as a logout. Right now I close it. And now on to logging our new user I have already created as user@gmail.com. that should be also as a verified. So now I want to add that password as 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, because I have already changed that password. Now click the locking. You can see you are not able to access the dashboard before that verified. So here also you have to verify that email address. Now I send that verification email. Okay, now that should be load another email in here. So it may take little time. You can see it's successfully sent that verification email. Verification email is loaded. If you verified email address. Now you are now successfully able to access that dashboard. So that is our user locking, and that is also display email address as user@gmail.com. So how to verify your email, I hope it's very clear to you, friend. And now that should be also updated our email verified at, because I have already verified this email. You can see it's now successfully updated. Great. And also there is another things I show you. Right now I'm already logging. Okay, I'm already logging. If you go to the logout, into the logging area here, that is also one of the default attempt time. That means if you put inappropriate some of the password, after how many times that will be notified you. That means it will be block your locking page. If you want to set up it, there is also another folder when you install that Laravel Breeze, then that will be provided into the middleware. There is another request, and there is auth, and there is a logging request. Okay, into this logging request, you can see there is one of the method as a authorized, and authorized by default as a true. And they have one of the rules for the email, and then there is one of the password, and then that is authenticated. Okay, you can see there is authenticated, ensure the rest, and you can actually get everything in here. So I want to do, that is the things. Okay, ensure is not rate limited. So here if you want to add some of the attempt time, after how many time that will be supported, like I make it by default, that is actually the 5. And if you want to make it as a 2, that means 2 time if you put inappropriate username or password, it should be block it. It should be block it in, you can set up that second like as a 60 second. Right now that will be blocked for the 60 second. Okay, so now if you want to check it, click as a save all. Right now I make it as a 2. That means if you now go to our page, I want to refresh it. Like I put that some of the inappropriate username, password, I enter it. So that is our first warning, and also I want to add that another password. That is our second warning. And now if you again do that work, now you can see it's now already updated as a too many logging attempt. Please try it into the 15 second. Okay, so that will be blocked for the next 50 second. Okay, that means there is total our 60 second. Here I have already updated that 60 second. For the 60 second that will be blocked. Okay friends, so here if you want to add this type of one of the violation expectations, then with these messages you can actually throw this message. So that will be one of the minute, you can change it. If you want to change that attempt time, you can also change that attempt time in here. Okay, so it's totally fine. It's totally fine right now if you refresh it. And now if you're logging with the user, okay, user@gmail.com 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, now log in. Now you can see it's now successfully able to logging. Okay friend, I hope it's very much clear to you. So in our next video I want to discuss about they have some of the default logo, right? They have on the default Breeze logo. If you want to change that default logo, how can do this work? So literally we'll actually customize it. Here we'll load another different type of template, a logging page, different type of template logging register page. Everything will be changes, but if you want to change it, if you want to use that default authentication page, and if you want to change that logo, how to change this, in our next video I will show you that things with the live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.